My name is Lilian Niva Magero from Kenya. I work with Motherland African Youth Foundation Movement as a public relation officer. I am the spokesperson of the organization, both within and outside the continent. I conduct online activities and discussions, panel, and talk show. I do fundraising and mobilize the resources depending on the nature of the activity. I also make coordination, the collaboration between the Motherland African Youth Foundation movement to other NGOs, including private and government ministries. Under Motherland African Youth Foundation, apart from working as a public relation officer, I'm also a human rights defender. I am a social worker. I am also a peace ambassador under African Union. And Motherland African Youth Foundation movement, we have a vision, and our mission is to unite Africa for social and economic development of Africa, generally both youth and elders working holistically to attain self-reliance through collective mobilization, dialogues within various organizations to protect and caring of marginalized people. Our mission is to see Africa as one country with her people free movement within continent, upholding African culture and development by empowering youth and women initiatives, projects, and support the standard of living of people in communities in different entities, majority in health, education, cultural heritage, agriculture, nature protection, and youth talent promotion. Our objective is to promote spirit of love and provide in Africa decent all over the world, to administer and help, assist, uphold and promote African culture, beliefs, traditional, creative and heritage. Those are just few of what we do on the ground. The main issue that I want to talk on is on how we can stop human trafficking. I beg everyone to help us stop human trafficking. What is human trafficking? Human trafficking is a passive and a devastating crime that affects millions of people across Africa, with far-reaching consequences for individuals, communities, societies as a whole. In just one year alone, there have been 50,000 substantive reports of human trafficking remain a passive challenge in Africa, exploiting vulnerable population for the profit. Despite efforts to combat it, human trafficking remains a significant challenge within Africa, accounting for the second largest share of global trafficking victims. The combative of this issue demands a comprehensive and multifaceted approach that addresses its root cause, support victims, and bring perpetrators to justice. Reduction of human trafficking in Africa by strengthening regional and international cooperation, improve victim support services, addressing root causes, enhancing legal framework, and raising awareness. We have our main focus, and our main focus is on these areas, on research and analysis. By conducting a deep research, it will better understanding the scope, dynamics, and trends of human trafficking in Africa. And also we have capacity building. It will provide training and trends of human trafficking in Africa, capacity building programs for law enforcement agencies, judiciary and social services to enhance their ability to identify, investigation, and prosecute trafficking cases. I want to talk about a brief history of human trafficking. In ancient era, that is 3000 BC to 500 AD, slavery existed in the ancient civilization, Egypt, Greece, and Rome. We have trans-Sahara slave trade, which took place between 500 BC to 1500 AD. Millions of Africa were enslaved. We have transatlantic slave trade, which it was between 1500 to 1807. 8 to 15 million Africans forcibly taken to the Americans. Slave traded as commodities, subjected to inhuman condition. Industrialization and colonization in 18th and 19th. Forced labor and exploitation in colonies. Women and children trafficked for prostitution. Modern eras we have in 90s and 2000. Post-war human trafficking increased by globalization. In 1970 to 1980s, sex trafficking increased within globalization. In 1970s to 80s, sex trafficking in Southeastern Asia and Eastern Europe grew. In 1990s, the international community recognized human trafficking as a crime. Contemporary eras in 2000 praise the UN protocol to prevent and support and punish traffickers has really helped. So I'm just calling for collective responsibility. We should put our hands together so that at the end of the day, we can help the people. This is our fellow Africans all over the world who are being enslaved, who are being trafficked in return of sex and everything. These people are being exploited, and these are the vulnerable. They are taking advantage over them. So stop the exploitation of all human beings, and let's put our hands together to support the victims and make sure that the perpetrators are brought to book. They are arrested, and after being arrested, they make sure that they rot in jail.